60 kilometers away from Zimbabwe's capital lies a 4-hectare plot belonging to Mama Pigs, a lady that has defied the odds through hard work, perseverance. She is into pig farming, as her name suggests. Today we sit down with Mama Pigs, a lady who is under Chief Chikwaka. Tinzo kuti jeni yavo yekuchengeta nguruve yakatanga sei, zvibingaidzo zvavaisanga nazvo paproject iyi. Uye kuzvinzwa kuti project iyi yakamira sei, ine mari, vamwe vanoti pigs are capital intensive. Let's hear the story. If you want to start a similar project, sit down, relax and enjoy the show. Kunde kunonzi kwani, kuri kupi, maybe it's village, kuma prazi or kuma communal areas.
Kunoku kunonzi kudewe village, Chikwaka, Goromonzi, in Mashist. Saka kuma Ruzeva.
Okay, but you've been here for how long?
I've been here, I've been here for a very long time. But doing piggery, I think it's now my 5th year. Then, but stationed, should be, getting into 8 years now.
Yeah, we are now right behind the pig stacks, but we'll talk about pigs in a minute. There's things that I just want to understand because there are people that are watching this show that would also want maybe to start, that would also want inspiration. You're an accountant who is balancing between being an accountant and being a farmer. How is it that like? Really say you are doing work with farming, apana divided attention.
Because you're trying to balance two things. But at the end of the day, you just try to allocate time. When you're not doing the books Monday to Friday, weekend And fortunately enough, these days I get to stay here. I used to come, those were my weekends. But now I stay here. Saka, office.
What made you decide? No, in India, I would have to see the town life. We are not very far away from Harare, I think, which is why you would as well tanga megona mboya mchidai. But eventually, I think yembe zakazowandira kunoku. Unotanga uchimbota nhasi nongoenda nedress Rwanda zonochinja ndozodai wardrobe yakutozara kuno.
Aiwa kunokuitogara worksuit.
Serious?
Kunokuigara worksuit nepagumboots. Then ufaona on a Monday morning what guys zvaramba kupera. Saka mari zondomukira Monday kuseni. Then umbotwa the next thing wakutoya nedress kuti aiwa ndobva ndazomuka ndakananga kubasa. But definitely, I've heard so many people saying there is technology, Betsera, when you're not around. I think you will see what we have as well. But nothing beats being Panjimbo.
Being present, yeah.
Nothing beats that. Yes, it's because Tagara Tantinema commitments at now. And this issue, farming just used to be like a passion. But once you get into it, because you realize, for you to realize much in farming is about numbers, and numbers demand attention. And just no so kupa uti wende utase unogara panzvimbo, because wakuda kuona kuti akakaitika you need to delete it with the time.
So is there a difference between the time that you, I think when you started, obviously, maybe is there a difference between when you started and when you are here in terms of project moving? Because I think tinomboona kunyange uchita huku kunyange dzepamba dzechibhoyi dzengotenderera dzadzi usipo mazi adziwandi yarowa yadai so yaita so yatorwa negondo yadi maybe. But is there a difference in terms of your project iri kukura here mapo musati makunyatsowa full time kunoko was it stagnant or zvaitofamba zvakadaro?
Chokwadi ndechekuti ka when you are not there you're like 2 steps forward 5 steps back 2 steps forward 5 steps back saka kunatsoona progress hainatsobuda handiti it will show you kwetakatangira uko and I think kubva ikoko the progress we've made in the past 2 years we had iro danga iro then I think it was 100 and we've since put 1 2 3 4 more in 2 years but that one iro takagara naro ndofunga the first 3 years so kana uripo you are more like ichi chakuda kugadzirwa ngatidai ichi chada kugadzirwa ngatidai so and issue yema numbers nguruwe they produce saka you are constantly building but kana usikunatsauzviita full time panozvarwa 10 pogorarama 5 saka you don't grow as much but when you are doing it full time you make sure kuti aiwa karwara kaita sei kavha kato
karapiwa
kapona
you make sure that it survives.
It does. So
but so you started with pigs or makambo try tumwe projects could be horticulture or what have you tried so
aiwa tacha zvakawanda tacha ne horticulture you see our garden there which is now more of maize than in horticulture maybe izvozvo issue yeseason no zvayo kuti we just put chibage ndozvo because kunotaka kunyudza somehow and we did tomatoes, we did lettuce, we did very well with tomatoes. And then the guy was helping us. Then the other guys were not that so enthusiastic. So that project, you know. And the other challenge food was nyemvura. When we started horticulture, we just like 400 meters from a river.
From a river, yes.
Yeah. So we taken some my pipes and we would pump water tichidai. I remember that year takanetsa diesel because we're using a diesel pump. Saka takakumata siyana nasho ndovatasiya zvehoticulture. We started doing my road runners nema ducks. You see those structures there. Then ndovatamboita my road runner quite a bit. Fortunately, there was a program which was introduced to the community for my broilers, and there was an off-take. Because my broilers 500, there's an off-take because you you're like 500 those things. So there was an off-take. So build that for my broilers. I think we did like maybe 3-4 times the off-taker coming at Ashtora. Then the off-taker just started playing games. So but when we started doing my broilers, we were already the piggery was already started. The piggery started in 2021, just after COVID.
But of all these projects, pane pamakambo failure kuti maybe ku horticulture, maybe ku poultry, we failed and let's abandon this project.
My brothers, we can't say we failed because takaita. The issue yakati timire was issue ya market. So we said, hey guys, isusu atsatane capacity antisumbotsvaga capacity market 500
because there was someone who was coming to take all.
Yeah. So ndovatangotichi, let's shelve this. We haven't abandoned it. We'll pick up,
resuscitate it. Yeah.
Then kuma tomatoes, we did well. I think 2-3 seasons. Pane season etakanyura na tuta. And we said, because when this guy angachitibetsera kuita left, takasara kava munhu anga ane knowledge. then vada kuti tutor ndovayavharo wabva tatongoona kuti it was the crop was
tutor the disease.
The disease.
Okay.
It was almost a write-off. Ndofunga ndobva tangoti guys izvi zvikaizvi zvinoda tambonatsoenda kuchikoro taona akaita chikoro chazvo tosodzoka toita matomatoes.
Okay. We have done all this. You are branded Mama Pig, you are not branded Mama Ducks, you are not branded Mama Poultry, you are not branded Mama Horticulture. Does this mean that pigs are pivoting a project?
Boys, the panel is not zvechipig izvi ndo zvechamasta izvi.
Those are makachimasta
chigame ichi tinenge tachimasta now. Because we were saying we've takatanga tiri manovels. We didn't know much. We started with 3. My 3 pigs, which I actually got it from a colleague. I've always loved pigs, but when I saw this guy doing pigs, okay, I can service for you 3. So I went, I got 3. Apampa ngone danga 2, tangoya tikangowaka 2 my pens tikaisa imomo. So we've grown from there. So we seem to be
maybe you can show us the project. But as we do that, you are an accountant by profession. Zveagriculture izvi zvakabva kupi? Maida kubozama udiko? Mari yange asingakwani here yekuva accountant?
Mari yagara haikwani. Tapazoya chibvisiro izvi. Mari yagara haikwani guys, ngatisambonyeverana. Mari yagara haikwani. So other than the passion for my animals, I also saw this as a gateway to my retirement. So I decided to, since I didn't have passion for it, let me give it a try. I grew up on a farm. Darango and the farmer. Saka isu sheru vaisaita zvaunguruwe ati zvekuminda zvekuchengeta huku. My mom was very good nezvehuku. So not that kuti zvinhu zvawaitoda zvinhu zvataitomanikizwa kuita taisamboda kuzviita, but it's only now when you're old enough you discover that, oh, okay, it's actually now a default setting, something I can do.
Saka mapigs enywa dzenge dzakabereka nguruve idzi. What's the total number enguruve dzamwinadzo pana?
My mother's 24 izvozvo, and no, usually no, that's how pigs are counted. I don't want to oenda kuti 1, 2. The mothers determine kuti the soul head determines kuti wakakura sei. Izvozvo kunoko dzirimu, this is our farrowing pen. Saka dziri mufarrowing tine idzi dzakabereka 4, and tine 4 when you go down
that are expecting.
Saka ava vari kuto, like you see apa inenge itoone detail as in their numbers. Those are like their names. Parity is the number kuti yazvara kechingani, the date of birth, nevana vayakazvara. That one had 16, this one had 4, this one had 18, and this one had 14. I think the other
14.
Yeah, it had 14. Yeah. Saka it's ndodzine. Saka just my piglets apa. We've got 54 piglets. Izvozvo tine my mother says takamabecha into groups of 4s. So these ones are giving back March starting. I think the other one is actually due today. Tavaza, which one is due today? Really due nothing there. Look end. It's due today, and the other one's you're 16th, the other one on the 14th.
So Tafazo at 69. Kuroti pig number 69 irekana kuti take. That's how you identify them.
Yeah, we identify. Interestingly, when we started giving them names. I think we had April, May, and June. And something, it was so sentimental. I could not eat May because that attachment.
Attachment that you have, yeah.
But as you grow, also not Mazita, you run out of names. So you start giving them names. You start giving them numbers. So that's where my numbers come from. What happens is usually my tags are not taking so much shops. And 1-200. And a small scale farmers. My takes 5. My numbers are so you try to identify with my numbers and this now combined in the sequence. So you see, but it's not that far off. You see my 40. We're not going to sequence my 40 to 49. But as we are growing now, I think we are also, since you're seeing us now branding, we're also going to have our 100 branded. My numbers are in sequence. But this we keep for record keeping so that we can identify each and every one of them.
There's a name that you called that section.
Farrowing.
Farrow, and this section
is still a farrowing. This block and this block is actually Arukutama farrowing. This one is just work in progress. Our aim, this is the most I've allocated for piggery. You see the fence.
Yes.
From that corner to that corner. So this is all we're going to have for the piggery. So
no expansion. No expansion beyond the fence.
We don't have that much land, yeah. Like you saw from Oko. So this is going to house a 40 sour unit. So with a 40 sour unit, if you divide it, we have my basis and my 8. That's why you see this 8.
Okay, there's
8
foot this side.
There's 8 this side.
There's 8 to
not really. Kuna 8 Kuna different mix. Tell you but kuna kuri so specific because we want, like you see, at school also be some ya kutoshara. Chukudoti garire kuno. Think these ones they came a man into whatever.
Into labor.
So garira kuno. What we noticed is they end up takuta mastill bed that's or that's so not take kuchi yoga and wait till it gives birth. So this will be like the waiting also end up data farrowing. So this is a farrowing unit.
There's a board there. Mkoma Dennis will help us capture this. Can you tell us about this board Ramakanyora Nichoki? Why is it important?
This is record keeping. They turn out to see what's happening here. These boards, tools are what so is it? That's identity. And that's the Parity. That's the second one. And we have Nguruwe. Nguruwe is something, I suppose that's why I really want into Nguruwe. Nguruwe is very specific. You know kuti ndaiseva pakati ichazvara pakati inodya feed yakati, so you can calculate everything. I'm a numbers person, so kwandiri it made sense. So I have the expecting date, and Nguruwe is plus or minus 3 days. And when you keep doing it, you also almost get exact date.
So I'm seeing Magato expected date of delivery 26 March 20. So I'm not going to miss any bit, or it's almost not going to do my days.
So then Paisha Bereka, that's the date of birth, that's the next one. We'll write the date of birth there. The liter is the number average weight then we get an average
Then why is it important, as we go step by step on that, why is it important to know the average weight? kana mukaona iri below weight because pane average yamakutoziva kuti no average yedu maybe is 0.8 kgs for every piglet. Ikaita 0.5, what does that mean?
Those tinenge chida kutsvaga kuavoida izvozvo izvo because isusu we are aiming at 1.5 and above. That way toziva kuti the rate of survival of such is very high. Tukazvarwa turi tudiki tumwe tunostruggle ndopaunozoona tunonetsa kukura tuye tunongorwara and stuff. So we actually monitoring mai vacho nguro you monitor kubva paunotanga kuti just before watoisave kuti uona kuti is in health state hautoisave kana isiri condition yakanaka. And we do all my vaccinations. Kune vaccinations unoita just before like wana faro show isati yazvara. Saka you want to keep all those records and zvinoitwa at certain times. So that's record keeping will help us because anditi tabva pa-average weight up. Then we have the dead. We have mamwe senge zvendakudza kuti ikanonoka kubva uko yogona kudhumwa neimwe, you can have a stillbirth. Yeah. So we need to record that. Or as it's lactating iyo inogoneta mwana anoti we keep record of that. That also gives us a history yamai vacho. Is she a good mother? Do we need to keep it? To keep it. Or
so then that will help you decide, should we keep this? Should we should we table this out for meat? Or okay, I hear you.
And kanaya umumanje, kanaya tanditi date of birth area. Date of birth will determine the date we are going to inject it faro show for the next teaching. Because ngureno by faro show preparing for the next service. So it's determined by the above dates. Saka apa ikazvara senge nasi tovatanyora kuti yazvara nasi ndiani 12. It means we now can calculate when are we going to buy a faro show in day 21. Because isusu we win at day 35. Saka win date tichazonyora apa tovataiudziwe futi tovataona the weights peto winner and tinenge tine in standard yekuti tofanira kuwina this weight. So our standard is 8.5.
So I have observed one thing, serviced by most of aids, they were serviced by Petros. This one is saved by AI, which I take is artificial insemination.
Yes.
So panapa munotoita artificial insemination.
We do, yeah.
Munotoirowa ndimi.
Ndinoita tafadzwa anoita.
Tell us more about artificial insemination, because people out there want to know zvinodiwa artificial insemination so for it to be successful.
For it to be successful, and then I think everything you have to learn. It's also like I was telling you, takatanga tishingoti tanodai tanotora nguruwe. But we later discovered kuti aiwa, we need to learn these things. So I went for training with PIB. Tafazo went for training with the supervisor. I went for training with PIB. Whenever we hear of animal workshops are pig related, which will enhance our knowledge, we go and we learn. We also do my farm visits evamwe, and evamwe tichinonodzidza also from there so that we know. Fortunately, we joined pane program ZAGP. Yakaitwa in conjunction with EU ne pig industry board. So with that one, we also managed to get my import breeds from South Africa. So we got Madan breeds. So those are the ones we've been trying to let Antisha understand the most, because we also, other than meat, it's also from the whole chain. From farrowing kushikatano the finisher stage. So, and within that we have, at times we have my winners because we got a number. We want to produce so many porkers per month.
So there is a section that says parity. I think as you explained to me earlier, you said this is the number of times a pig is delivered? Meaning to say this one is delivered 10 times.
Our aim is 8.
Yeah,
But
that's what I wanted to ask.
But it's just because this one, when we petakaita, because why they get to 8? Because they say that the curve goes up, it peaks, then starts dropping.
As in the number of piglets.
The piglets it gives you, yeah. Like you got 12, maybe 14, 16, 18, then it starts going down. So we just said, yeah. Tudambona experiment yacho inodonera papi.
Imwe yacho ingori knowledge yembuku ka on ground zvinogona usati kusaitika zvinizvo.
And this was very true with this one. Because at Parity 9 it gave us more vana than she. So we said, okay, and now you also see tikati ayo ngatite 10. Tuda kusvika pa inosvikira kunodini kunodzika pacho.
Mamboti nguruve dziri specific in 3 weeks. I mean, I don't know how far true it is. People say 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 hours, 3 seconds, 3 what. But 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, that's so true.
So true.
So if you can make it 10 times, it means that's about 33 plus weeks. I don't know.
What do you mean?
So, like, yakura zvakadii kuti izopai a parity of 10.
Parity of 10. Iyakure. I think ukatoona ma numbers acho takata angari mwana wa May anditi May was the first. Parity 10 kwatiri is an experiment. We did one that angari the other one yatakaita before uyu yatakasvika pa Parity 9 anditi. But takaona kuti Parity 9 one tikaita neball nodzika. But iyi petakaita Parity 9 yayo ne AI yakatokwira. So we want to see kuti are we going to maintain that at Parity 10. But we only do that and we don't keep ma souls anenge asinga produce ma passenger souls. Tikangoona kuti so haisikuita ka 1 ka 2 novenda. Because it's an expensive engagement. So this one we takatonatsa kuimirira kuti tione what's going to become of it. Because but mamwe standard yedu Parity 8 to mabudisa. But this one we want to see kuti
your first generation when May and June. Obviously when you start something as a farmer there is some emotional attachment that it could be your first car. Most first car dispose kana basa rekutanga chairo ka unogona kusvika pakuzodzingwa but unoiti pano ndo pangu pano panogara izvozvo is like those situations ukuthi munobiti May so takuda kutotengesa May takuda kutotengesa June no let's try and keep it on asha performance my losses azotangi kuchinke here boss I are trying to say no I have started with May has given us so much but also May wants to eat every day. Eating every day is a cost and that's work to deeper into mama pockets ausingafanga ubata as a farmer.
Very true. I think like I told you at April, May and June. May turned out to be the best of them all. April takamu dispose June was the worst. June akatipa vana I think 4 pekutanga. Tikati all right maybe tikutanga tisikuziya chichi. The next time vatipa 6. The next time vatipa 6 ati June ngaendi. Because isusu petakatora nguruve dzekutanga we had no history of them. So auziye tinawo madambrid ma F1 auzi kuti FG and that's what's been happening because mungo chinjana angona kuti yakwanhinginingi yakati nakei but now we are so specific because takuziya mabreeds edu takuziya zvatiri kutsvaga in pigs. Saka May did very well. May of my crossbreeds atinawo panapa vazhinji vacho mothers
from May.
And it was very difficult. May akazoenda kupi takaisa masausage but nyangodai I think akatoenda ndisipo because I just could not stomach it. But nekufamba kwenguva wazongoziva kuti we are into business. But May, June and April were very sentimental and May was very instrumental in kusumudza piggery nei.
People often say kuti pigs dziri capital intensive, dzinoda mari.
Very.
Dzinoda mari yakawanda. And with the numbers that you have so far, have you started realizing profits, or you are still trying to recoup, or takatodarika kare tarikavha mari dzedu, business rangozoenderawo zvaro?
Piggery is not for the faint-hearted. Piggery is capital intensive. You see, we're still constructing. It takes a lot of construction, and not just dangare nguruwe nedangare huku zvakasiyana. You see, these are 230 walls. Nguruwe hauise mukasingo zvibudi, because you know what I say?
No diritsa.
So it's very whatever. It's very capital intensive. So, and you know what I've been doing is Maria ibuda munguruwe, yaingodzoka munguruwe. Through construction, through this. And not only for kuti waisa 230. Nguruwe inochera. Saka the repairs and maintenance is itori a monthly bill, itori quite cheap. Saka inoramba uchita sei uchi repair. Yada yazobuda pa yatsika, because it's a heavy thing. Saka yes, I think you can say we can pay through shinobuda kunoku. And I think for me, I'll only start talking of profitability when I'm not doing capital expenditure anymore. Because you see, this is work in progress. Apo pakavhurwa apo padaenda matanga. So, but I'm glad I can now do it using Mari Nguruwe. But tichitanga, it was out of pocket.
I also wanted to ask you, if you're starting a project, there's that excitement that you have as a farmer. Maybe you started with 3, but you have that zeal to see them going to 10 in a short space of time. So would you end up taking money from maybe could be your salary or from other savings, because you want to see them multiplying at a rate yakanyanya. You won't realize that I'm sinking, I'm choking myself. What order kuwedzera number, order feed, order cheap, because they don't stop eat these ones. And how did you financial? Yes, of course, for you are a numbers person, an accountant, but financial discipline is that no, we have to pause, wait, reflect, and see if we need to add more, maintain 3, or how did you do that?
Zimbabwe teaches you that. Because you really cannot keep going. Yes, they do multiply. And like in any agricultural setting, for it to make sense, you have to do the numbers. You really can't be talking of nguruwe une 5 souls. What guys zvirikuita.
Takumoenda kufarm kune 5.
Kwenda unoenda taiuya wani tine 3. Unoenda uchitoti chi, but your vision is to grow. But you also have to have the discipline kuti izvozvi I'm growing kusvika up. Because takamboita inonzi chi takamboita yekuti maita, you look at the females, I can have this as guilts. Overona magilts akanaka 10. Kana ita magilts akanaka 10 katunzi uchada matanga to accommodate them, which is something which saka you end up akutoita discipline kuti ayo izvozvo I can only afford to go this far. Really, in my dreams, I thought by now ndinenge ndatone 40 so unit yangu ndapedza. But pocket and the produce is zvichikulimita. And the other issue is last year was a better year. The previous year there was almost like a drought. So feed also inokuita say inokulimita kuti how far can you go. But all things being equal, you can go as far as you want, given you have the knowledge.
So there's someone out there zvanyanyosomira zvakanaka, they are willing to start aroda kutengawo 2 dzake kuti atange ne2. But you're talking of numbers, but there's a point where it then starts making sense. Maybe if you still have less than 5.
Economies of scale.
Yes, yeah, true. So would you encourage someone to kuti aenda akatanga ne2 idzo dzichasvika pakuzosvika pa 40 so zangu idzo 2 idzodzidzi? Can you take them kusvika dzasvika ku 40?
I actually have some mentees who are mentoring through. Because I'm saying, usamanye usati wasiya zviri kuitika. Because unonyura ufa watosiyana nazvo. And you hate piggery forever. Because nguruve ikashaya chikafu nhasi, mangwana unozviona kuti haina kudya. Imagine 2-3 days. Then wakutoita patopinda mulosi, and you will never like it. So it's best kuta step by step uchidzidza uchienda. And issue ndeyekuti one ikazvara wakuda kutombostadha kuti vana vacho zvinozofamba sei ndozovaita sei. So you can imagine you are new and dzese dzazvara idzi. You can lose them all. Nguruve ndochinhu chiri easy senge pavana pakufa. Vanogona kukufira vese ukashaya kuti zvafamba sei. So you really need to understand kuti zvinofamba sei, zvinoita sei. Yes, tinoenda kuchikoro tozodzidza, but practical yacho yakatosiyana nekuenda kuchikoro.
Is there a moment yamakambofila kuti zvepig izvi muchinyengerana ina tafadzwa supervisor wenyu kuti tafadzwa zvepig ngatimbosiya izvi? Are there moments where you feel like you want to give up?
Challenges akawanda. But and I think I've just gone in too deep to say because unlike Barbara ndiona dakara dachino. Nguruve dzine different stages. Saka hapana pouchamboti mapoka aitacho yemutore danga rovhara rashama. Like you see, we've got stages kunoko. But at any given point, tinema piglets. At any given point, tinema winners. At any given point, tinema growers, tinema finishers. Breeding stock ya garairipo. Saka ukanatso zvifunga ndofunga unotobva wadonata kuti nyango kuti nditengese. Ndovanati ndoda kukutengeserai magrower 50, mafinisher 60, mawinner 50. It's just cumbersome. And I not really put anything other than the passion. I think I've persevered too long to give up. To give up,
yeah.
I've just been in it too much. Yes, you have challenges up and up, but we soldier on.
You are an accounts person, so on the farm, pana pig section. Munotoitirawo a financial statement. The result, this month we performed better than last month. This month we're in a profit, or you can do it on a yearly basis. That no, overall this year we performed well than we did last year. We actually made a profit of or made a loss of. In terms of the cash flows, what's going, what's coming in, how does it go as a numbers person, as an accountant?
Mwezi haifanani. Haimbofanani, but we try and really have an average. We don't have to go below this. So that way, you know, to keep her grounded. Being a numbers person, I suppose, not only rekutita tenge sangani, but kuvako production. Because we say, guys, we need a standard. There's so many. Growth rate, we monitor our growth rate weekly. Weekly, around Matanga, we do my weights. Then we capture those. We sit down and say, okay, mawetsi edu akwira here zvatiri kuda atadza sei apa toita sei togadzirisa sei. So I think that's an advantage that I have as an accountant, that you get to have that background, how to say that monitoring. So, but it's very important to any farmer, accountant or not, because you don't want to be feeding, like I told you, I think when you go, you will see we weigh our feeds. So we know kuti this angati nguruwe iri kudya ma-kgs akadai, and wakufanira kunge une standard yokuti iri kufanira kukubudisira chii. Kana yatadza kukubudisira chii chanetsa, then you get to correct. We do it weekly. Yeah, it's a bit cumbersome, but issue ndeyekuti we want to catch things zvichiri pa
so blow out of proportion. So Mama Pig, you said that kana yabereka nguruve anditya, there's pane pamuchaya, you said it's what? Faro show. So it means I wanted to find out, kuti, do you rest them? Good, no, at this point, even kind of heat, we want it to rest. Kana commercial, they should give you babies.
Ayo, so kuno turikuita shokomesha. Turikuita shokomesha. Saka tukutongoti guys tukuda production. Zvekunyongerera na June zvotaita zvesha. We are long past that.
But azvina ma effects because it's always, it's either it's pregnant, either it's breastfeeding.
No, tori cycle yenguruwe iyoyo.
Oh. Okay.
Ndo saka vaishinzi nguruwe inozvara inokupa 2 point something a year. Inonzi chii, because tiri kuti 2.5 kana tichicalculate kuti production yacho macycles. Because tiri kuti ka 3 months, 3, which is almost 4, anditi. Ine chi yobva yalactate 1 month, anditi. Takutoenda next month, saka 4 plus 1 month, 5. Toya toisa cycle futi ye5
months.
Saka ye2 yacho inofanira kutopera yanechi yakatomirira kuti yakutonozvara next.
For someone who's just starting, is it easy for you to see kuti my pig now needs service?
Ndozvo ndandichitaura zviye kuti what do you call it, kuchikoro tinodzidziswa mascience kuti kana inoita the valve inotsvuka, inotanga kumaunta dzimwe nguruwe inoita sei, handiti. Those are science tuchi. But unochizoona manje wamufield wakuzviita practical kuti pane imwe isingakupi mascience ese iwawo. But you only get to learn that when you're doing it practically. Panapa tine dzimwe dzekuti the body will just go red. Wobva watoziva kuti chi ready. But so if you just rely on mabhuku edu etinonge takanyorerwa ndozvavanenge, and mabreeds asiyana. Like I tell you now, I think that one is me. I'll show you Madame Breed now. But asiyana so much that even the signs and symptoms get to differ. Yeah. So you just have to know nguruwe yako. That's why it's best utange une shoma uchinatsoinzwisisa uchiziya kuti, and they're all different. These are like women. They're very different. Umwana kuzoti haina ndina problem yekuti vana ini ndinongoenda kulabor ndobva ndadai. Umwe anorwara kubva pamonth 1 kusvika agodeliver. Same with these things. So you actually need to study each one of them individually. They perform differently.
Yeah, maybe as you said, this section
ndokune ma-dry source. Ma-dry source ndeva kuti akangobva uko handiti akabva uko tinonomisa padhuze neball for boy exposure. Boy exposure inotibetsera kuti ikasire kuenda pa8. Saka ikangoseva uko dzobva dzauya dzogarira kunoku. Saka kune ma-expecting mothers ese.
Okay, saka panapa mune ma-balls akawanda here zvokuti balls dzinogona kuenda pa8 dziri 2, 3 or 4, maybe 5.
No, isusu tine izvozvo. Usually we keep 2 balls, but izvozvo tine 1. We rely mostly on artificial insemination. AI. Because we use my balls for exposure. kuti dzikasire kuenda pa8.
Okay,
Saka
okay.
and ukangoita boil exposure ndo zvimwe zviri easier, you don't miss it because boil rinotosiya kuti iyi yatoredi. Saka tikatongoona boil ratongoti iyi yaredi tobva tatonotsvaga simeni yedu touya to.
Mama Pig, let's talk about feed. Nguruve dzenyu idzi, are you giving them straight feeds kana kuti muri kuita munogadzira feed yenyu mega panapa? What do you do?
Yeah, you are using a hybrid.
Hybrid ndo ipi yoyi?
Tine dzinotopa straight feed, tine dzine feed yatogadzira.
Why kuti dzitiri kudzipa idzi?
What happens is, and it will know the amount of land we've got. We don't do much chibage.
Yeah.
And so chibage chedu we buy. Tinotenga. Saka patotenga paipa nenyaya dzema-cash flows hapana pochambosogona kutenga chegore rese given unless dai tatoonawo mabhanks anotipo kuti guys ndakuenda gore rino kwakunotenga chibage ndipewe kunotenga my 100 tons ndobva ndastore 100 tons yangu. Now that we are certain capacity, what we do is izvozvi zvinawo pakutanga kukohwewa, we buy as much as our cash flow can permit.
Because chinenge chiri cheaper this time.
Saka chinombotipusha. So because kugadzira on feed kwagara ndio kuri cheaper. So chinombotipusha till tasvika pakuti chakuita chishoma. Kana chakuita chishoma, we will reserve that for our breeding stock. Then we can go straight feed. But kazhinji tiri kusenzesa breeding stock yedu takara tinotosenzesa our own farm, our own mixes. We really wish we could just do that for the whole lot. It will be a lot cheaper for us. But issue yekuti cash flow haikupermit kuti unotenga 100 tons because the window period is very limited. Izvozvi vanhu vachikohwa up to about May, you can get my prices are reasonable.
Are favorable.
Yeah, saka that's when we get quite a bit. Then kana yangoita tovata move.
So we also want to talk about the market.
Market ukudoko anedze market uko. Market yedu iri
fluctuates.
Fluctuate. Why? Issue ndeyekuti my big players emu industry medu pane pavanombo zadza munguruve
market.
Saka pavanodaro ma prices anodzika. And that affects isusuwo ma small scale farmers because hauna pekunyanya ndoenda ndichitaura kuti marepairs rinenge ratombomira takuti, and this is just the current ball we've got. Rine zita rinonzi pumba because haana kuwanda.
Why is it? Why brown?
It's a Jurok.
It's a what?
Jurok. Imwe breed.
Saka inenge ya cross breeding with these ones here.
Pane eto dzenyama to cross adzina basa maningi. Saka dzetota for inonzi chi for my guilds, because my guilds we are sticking to I think it's one of my South Africans. Saka my guilds we trying to stick kune my F1 because we since realized they give us high numbers and the growth rates actually they're very favorable. Saka nyango vatiri kugadzirawo maguilds aya tine history nawa ma F1 because tinotoziva kuti aiwa mai vacho ndeava vakazvarwa ava baba vacho tikazosenzesa ava. Saka when you come we can really give you a history yenguruve yeunonga watora.
But that's now Mambotaronya market. I think we were then disturbed by that different breed.
All right. Yeah, market iriko We've got one, but the issue unenge uchida as a farmer is
market is constant.
Iri constant yekuti unokuziva kuti uri kuendesa kunechi. We've had my issues. We've had ndo kunyura kwangu uchimbofunza kuya. Because wazoenda kuna bucha ningi wamupa nguruwe yako because wamupa kawani wamupa kachu
majairana.
Haipa ndo panobva kunyudza manje ipapo. I've had a case ndakatoendesa neumwe court. Kusvika which as a farmer you really don't want all that hassle. You just want to produce. When unopiwa mari yako, you come buy, you buy your feeds and your business goes on. But you also have those unscrupulous guys. Vanenge vangorimo. But saka unfortunately, as my small scale farmers, we don't have a market constant. Like I remember kudara people would say, "Don't is our cocoa." And cocoa would take. Now cocoa doesn't do that anymore. So it's an issue. And it's how though issue and it's a Zimbabwe, which we now invite us stress. I know I don't processing. Then I have someone I'm dealing with this which is currently, which is fine, and I also take to Sari. Sari are giving us, but issue no so kuti move from one writer singer na Sari. My prices are anenga quite low.
Yes.
But chauno so ngwenda eko is boss who knows what you are going to get your money. Yes. It's a reputable company. You get your money when they say they'll give you your money. So at times you opt with kubucha kwandiri kuwana 20-30 cents more ngakusare hako because I'm going to struggle. Unozotoona kuti the cost yekufambira mari iyoyo ka
it is better and then go reputable company. Maybe as we walk. So if there's someone who's watching this video, maybe tongoriwo zvayo mbingawo zvayo, maybe someone ane ari kuda kutenga munokwanisa supplier at what frequency and dzakawanda sei munhu ari kuda for meet and kutiwo munhu ari kuda kudze kutangisa project munadzo here panapa.
I will show you it so that by your faro show it. We've actually got a client out there who are not already. The breeding stock. So it's also our aim, but so far, Nema numbers are now. We are shooting with this every fortnight, like 20 focus every fortnight, and we are aiming. What we're trying to do, we are also aiming to this breeding stock. Breeding stock at least 5 to 10. But the issue, so it's going to equity our breeding stock. I will now that uptake. So we're still trying to grow that market. Every month we do some grades 10. Kunyama, I think Kunyama for now is still okay, though obviously we're not going to talk about broader markets and stuff. But the issue for Nyama, I think we've got 2 alternatives to Kopa and we are happy with them.
So it's Zrapa and this Nyama it's
guys the Nyama. So each batch in because it's just if you see the niggas are where kuno kuti niggas are to not becha 10 saka pa 10 ipapo tukufa tatoona kuti ma possible guilt in the app discover kuwini possible guilt pane ma features etono tarisa is structure maniples edu kuti akamira aripo here mangani and saka such things tova tatodzigadzira dziri muchi batches of 10. It doesn't automatically mean as we are going through the Chikura, we also eliminate it's not qualifying anymore. It's not qualifying anymore because we are just we are trying to get the best of traits. ikarwara yatobva yakuenda kunyama. Saka toguma takusara the breeding stock yatoda chaiyo. And isusu breeding stock yedu ukaitarisa hauoni dzedzimwe dzinenge dziri, because we said we're doing the done breed F1 large whites. Saka that's all we are doing for breeding stock. Yes, we have one anozouyawo achiti yandidhurira indipe yangu cross iyo. Inenge not waitarisa waifarira ukaona uchida atukupa, but isusu dzatiri kunatsa kuti isusu we've done 100% quality assurance yedu patosvikirawo tokurakidza kuti ndeizvo.
So if someone wants to buy, maybe I want to buy a serviced one, maybe it serves for the first time, roughly munhu anoda mari?
Isusu dziri open goods edu tomatisa 350, dziri saved at 400. Saka because unoita munhu atichi ko ikazoritena, so we can keep it another extra 21 days, because nguruwe the cycle is 21 days. Saka petokupa tichiti taseva the first tinoichengeta for 21 days
with your feed.
Pakandakuzoti 4 iyoyo tatochengetera tatoisa feed yedu, because takuichengeta kuti tocheka return kuti haina kuita sei, haina kuritena here. So we check that by day 21, and we also check another 21 days after that, so that unenge yakuwedzera. Saka
munhu akuzoitora yatova nevana here kana?
Aiwa hatidi, because it's quite tricky to transport a pregnancy at some stage. So the most we keep it panapa is still yaita the second return. Saka that's like 42 days after taiseva, because zvina zvariski kuitakura inogona kubva yatoita kuti yaita miscarriage. So we don't want that. So we do the first one, we check. If you are happy, we are happy, we'll give you. But if you feel no, I want full proof, another 21 days, we'll keep it for an extra whatever, another 21 days. Then you come take, or we organize, we deliver it to you.
But Mama Pig, I want to understand, with Panama instance where the market is slow, cash flow is affected, you need feed, you don't have cash, you have money, but it's not, you don't physically have it, it's still with people that you supply. Makamboita situation yakadari, how do you overcome? Maybe the coffers are dry. How do you, because they want to
these ones they don't accept excuses. These ones, they don't accept excuses. They want to eat every day. Yes, I think it's also kuti uende because ndozvakazotitinde kuna nasari, the reputable ones, because at least you une assurance kuti you get your payment after so long, so much that you can plan. Izvo takambozviita ndopotaitaura waendesa kubuchara Mr. X. Mr. X tells you, I'll pay you in 3 days. You go there 3 days, there's nothing.
You've wasted fuel, you've gone there.
You've wasted fuel, you're not even liquid yourself. You could have feed. Saka, it becomes an issue. So we just now resorted to, we have 2 alternatives or 3, whatever. Dosaka tuda kuti our sources, we now not just relying on our pockets. We're also doing the breeding stock, so that what is it? You're trying to
balance or something.
To balance your cash flows. My cash flows as my small scale farmers are actually quite akasungikana very serious, because you want to do kuti at least ichi chikadai unenge wachiwana cash flow from. Saka, like I told you, kuti we're doing from start to finish, so it means we sell my winners, we sell my pokers, we sell my guilds. So it's trying to balance my cash flows at any given time. You also have my focus at a standard. But it's every 2 weeks to pay some focus. I to cover for feed. The next I for this. So it's trying to go now with talk on balance.
Mama Pig, I don't know where you buy your feed, but could be Harare or could be Pabora, Kanairipo, I don't know. But the distance between here and Harare or the distance between here and Bora, but in terms of feeding, because yes, people are doing projects out there and in different places. How do you manage to reduce cost of feed? Because when people can take 5 bags, you know, you can take 5 bags as a feed. It's chatura a few days. You want to go again, that's fuel that you are using. How do you ensure that you save in terms of the distance? You're going to take feed.
It's also like I told you, the straight feed you've been getting, the supplier has been bringing to us, which was a plus. Yeah, Chinono Tenga, I do procurement once a week. Once a week, and you are going to say, once. So, punishing was to Tenga Quarare. Fortunately, that I go there often. But so Tenga Pabora. Barbara has become such a good hub. We have done my food suppliers Akawanda. It's your choice. There's now Pro Farmer, there's now Feed Mix, there's Capital, there's so Chachukutongo, that of those man is technical support. Because these guys, the feed guys, are bringing everything, and people are buying. I think we are closer. Because I think Barbara like 5 feed companies. Kutoya closer is because they know Kutichi, the market is there, the farmers, people are doing my projects. All we would require of them is the technical support. Because obviously, but we rarely see the people in fields. And that support is my farmers. So that we maximize what they say the feed does. At times, but I'm pretty sure they have the technical guys in my offices only for them to come to my food and do that. But Bora is doing the most. I think we used to get our vaccines from Harare each time, and Saturday there was this guy who was doing my vaccines, my vaccines. But now we have it's easier.
I want to talk about someone who's starting as we close this program. There's someone out there who's starting. They are caught in between putting more money in the pigs, actually the product itself, and the infrastructure. Toita zakanaka ere zvakanaka toita nguruve shoma. How do you balance? Une some money that you have. You also want product urikuida kopa ma structures makatanga zvenyu zvakangorongeka kudai so zvakanaka kudai so ero
kona ayo two bakamira. Those were the first two. And then I think standard, but worega ku ones. Make it expandable. Make your plate. And then I've always told the guys who are mentoring is get on a plan. Get on a plan. Put it up and open to Dr. Chakati. You watanga go to Shoma and make sure you
expand.
This thing changa up. If you see. I say to myself, I'm not going to plaster your tour because they have a lot of
sentimental value.
So those two, then I expanded going that way. I expanded to coming this way. Then after that, then I said to myself, okay, this is the grower winner. They have happened, but end up. They got now put in the dry so they got up on the vendor. But at least because now, even when I go back to nature, the plan you could say, I put it. Pari open, but the Pachada say, Pachada Kuya. Because when yes, if you have the finances and stuff, but because what I've seen with piggery, it requires patience, it requires passion, it requires perseverance. Because you just have to persevere in this. And it's not a get rich quick scheme. You can look for something else. Kana uda zvinokasira figure is one of them. Yeah.
Mataura Mugati, there is people that you are mentoring. Can you tell us about that program? And someone who's out there who's watching this program, how can they be in touch with you if they want your experience, if they want to tap into your knowledge, the knowledge that you have invested over the years, the knowledge that you have acquired also over the years?
Okay. I had at some point when I was doing my people would come for trainings in conjunction with my technocrats in piggery. In what I have is what I've learned from those technocrats in the practical experience, in the facilities which I've built out of that. So from those groups, we get some people who wants to start. I just say, okay, how do I go? So I go through now the journey I've gone and tell them, okay, Papa need this pitfall, and try and help them avoid that pitfall. So I've got a friend, Arukuta Kuselu, who started and actually doing. And I've got another guy I'm doing, Aruku Kwamrewa. Yeah. So I think now I've got like 4 mentees. So issue is we talk, we sit down, you come and see. If you are happy, then we talk of the terms of reference. What are we going to do to Famba say? Because obviously now it's me that who all my what I've learned.
No badaro.
No badaro.
I know Lejaka Kosha. There you have it, Zimbabwe. And this was us Tirikwa Dewe village, Chikwaka, Abotanga Tukutaora with Mama Pigs. She was sharing insights on how she started this project, the yen that she has hooked. You are also free to get in touch if you want to start a similar project. Now the business is booming, but it was not an easy road. She has a very powerful story to tell. I thank you.